Hachette Audio presents Soul of the World, The Ascension Cycle, Book 1. Written by David Mealing. Read by Rebecca Hamilton.
Part 1. Spring. Season of the Oracle. Chapter 1. Serene. Fontcado Green, the Royal Palace, Versailles. "Throw!" came the command from the green. A bushel of fresh-cut blossoms sailed into the air, chased by darts and the tittering laughter of lookers-on throughout the gardens. It took quick work with her charcoals to capture the flowing lines as they moved, all feathers and flares. Ostentatious dress was the fashion this spring. Her drab greys and browns would have stood out as quite peculiar had the young nobles taken notice of her as she worked. Just as well they didn't. Her ley-line connection to a source of faith beneath the palace chapel saw to that. Serene smirked, imagining the commotion were she to sever her bindings, to appear plain as day sitting in the middle of the green. Versailles was a short journey southwest of New Sarrisant, but may as well have been half a world apart. A public park, but no mistaking for whom among the public the green was intended. The guardsman ringing the receiving ground made clear the requirement for a certain pedigree, or at least a certain display of wealth, and she fell far short of either. She gave her ley-line tethers a quick mental check, pleased to find them holding strong, no sense being careless. It was a risk coming here, but Z seemed to relish these trips, and sketches of the nobles were among the easiest to sell. Z had only just materialized in front of her, stretching like a cat. He made a show of it, arching his back, blue and purple iridescent scales glittering as he twisted in the sun. She paused midway through, reaching into her pack for a fresh sheet of paper, offering him a slow clap. Z snorted and cozied up to her feet. "It's cold," Z's voice sounded in her head. "I'll take all the sunlight I can get." "Yes, but still quite a show," she said in a hushed voice, satisfied none of the nobles were close enough to hear. "What game is it today?" "The new one, with the flowers and darts. Difficult to follow, but I believe Lord Revian is winning." A warm glow radiated through her mind. Z was pleased, and so for that matter were the young ladies watching Lord Revian saunter up to take his turn at the line. She returned to a cross-legged pose, beginning a quick sketch of the noble's repartee, aiming to capture Lord Revian's simple confidence as he charmed the ladies on the green. He was the picture of an elegant Sarrisant noble. Crisp-fitting blue cavalry uniform, free-flowing coal-black hair, and neatly chiselled features, enough to remind her that life was not fair. Not that a child raised on the streets of the moor needed reminding on that point. He called to a group of young men nearby, the ones holding the flowers. They gathered their baskets, preparing to heave, and Revian turned, flourishing the darts he held in each hand, earning himself titters and giggles from the fops on the green. She worked to capture the moment, her charcoal pen tracing the lines of his coat as he stepped forward, ready to throw. Quick strokes for his hair, pushed back by the breeze. One simple line to suggest the concentrated poise in his face. The crowd gasped and cheered as the flowers were tossed. Lord Revian sprang like a cat, snapping his darts one by one in quick succession. Thunk, 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 thunk. More cheering. Even at this distance it was clear he had hit more than he missed, a rare enough feat for this game. "You like this one?" the voice in her head sounded. Z uncoiled, his scales flashing a burnished gold before returning to blue and purple. He cocked his head up toward her with an inquisitive look. "You could help him win, you know." "Hush! He does fine without my help." She darted glances back and forth between her sketch paper and the green, trying to include as much detail as she could. The patterns of the blankets spread for the ladies as they reclined on the grass, the carefree way they laughed, their practiced movements.